Hello and welcome to Unleash Live with Staci Ann. I'm your host, Staci Ann, and Unleash Live is all about helping online coaches and entrepreneurs grow your business through powerful online sales strategies. So are you excited to get started? I am so excited about today's topic because today I'm going to be sharing with you how you are sabotaging your success. And I'm actually going to share my own story of how I didn't make a single sale of my online product for 3 months because I was making this critical mistake. And I want to share my story so that you don't make the same mistake in your own business. So if you're excited to get started, then go ahead and either subscribe to this show or click the share button beside this either video or audio if you're listening to it on a podcast. So be sure to share this with all your entrepreneur friends because, as I always say, the more successful entrepreneurs in the world, the better. All right, so let's just jump right in, and I want to share a quick story with you. So in January, I launched one of my biggest online products called List Builders Unleashed 2.0. And at first, sales were good, and I was getting some steady sales, and I did a pre-launch and then a launch, and I did some joint partnerships, and I was making sales, and everything was great. But then I started to really doubt myself and doubt the power of the product. And at first when I was first launching it, I was like, yes, this is going to be the best thing ever. And then when I actually got it out into the world and I started, questioning, okay, is this really good enough? Should I make these changes? Was the video okay? Was the quality okay? Was the information what people were wanting and needing in their business? And I just really started to question whether or not I was doing it the right way. Who was I? This was what I kept coming up with. Who was I to teach people how to grow their list and make more sales? I'm not a millionaire. I haven't made millions of dollars online. I've made good money, and I was able to quit my job and retire my husband. But I'm not a millionaire, so who am I to even get out there and think that I can start teaching this to other people? And that just kept coming up over and over and over. And so I stopped marketing my product. I stopped talking about it. I stopped telling people about it. I slowed up my sales funnel with it because I just didn't believe in it. And I even tried to create a different product, thinking, well, maybe because I'm a little more, something that I'll be able to sell this product, better, right? And so I came up with another product. But then I found myself doing the same thing, questioning whether or not I was good enough to be selling this and whether or not it was a good enough product for people to want to invest in. And I found myself in the same place of not marketing that product either. And so I really had to take a step back and look at what was going on, inside of my head and inside of this, product idea. And I wasn't looking for outside validation because I was getting people telling me, how great this program was, and it was exactly what they needed, and that they were having these major aha moments. So it wasn't that I needed other people to tell me that my products was good enough. I really needed to decide for myself that I was good enough, that I was the right person with the right message, that I needed to share this with others. And so I took about a week off to just really think through, all of the great things that were inside my program. And what ended up happening was I realized how needed this information was and how there's a lot of people teaching list building and sales funnels, but so much of it is so forceful and very masculine driven, and it's not about building relationships. It's about just making sales. And so what I realized was my product was so special and unique because it's about building relationship and making sales and combining the masculine and the feminine side of this often very masculine topic. So I really, wrap my head around this idea that yes, it was good and I needed to get it out there. And so I kind of relaunched the program and doubled my sales in one day, or one weekend, with this launch that I did. And it was like, okay, this is definitely what people need. And I was getting people, saying how they love the program and how great it was. And that was the boost that I needed. So what I want you to do right now is think about why your program or product or service isn't selling as well as you want. Is it because your sales funnel sucks? Or is it because you just don't quite believe in yourself? Are you sabotaging your own success? Because when we don't fully believe in our own program, product, or service and our ability to serve others, we don't really put ourselves out there and promote ourselves like we should. We don't tell other people about what it is we have to offer. We don't post in groups. I have the answer to this question. We don't actively seek out people who we can serve. So what I want you to do is just think about why your program isn't selling, and are you sabotaging your own success? Do you believe somewhere inside of you that your program just isn't good enough? And this is really hard. This is a really hard conversation to have with yourself, and I think it takes a lot of very strong self-reflection to get the real answer, because it could be your marketing, it could be your sales strategy, it could be a lot of stuff. But so often when we don't believe in our own selves and our own products, we spend time doing non-money-making activities. And this is something that I talked about in one of my earlier episodes, was what are those money-making activities? What do you need to be out there doing to actually bring in some money? But when we don't fully believe in ourselves and we're sabotaging our own success, we don't spend the time that we need on those money-making activities. And instead we focus on things like updating our status on Facebook, or maybe writing a blog post, or 2 or 3 or 4 a week, or tinkering with our website. And so I really want you to start to notice where you're spending your time in your business, and is it actively going out and finding new prospects and customers, or is it more secondary actions of updating your website, or maybe posting on Twitter or doing things like that that's not as get yourself out there? So really do a self-evaluation over the next week to see where it is you're spending your time, your money, and your effort. And then the second way that this comes through, this idea of not believing that you're good enough, is you're not willing to spend the money that you need on your business to market your program, to really get it out there. So if you are really questioning your own ability to succeed or your own ability to help people, then you start to look at things like Facebook ads and say, oh, it's not worth the money, and why should I have to pay on Facebook to advertise? It should be free. If you found yourself saying that over the last couple of weeks, ask yourself why. Why do I believe that? Do you think that McDonald's ever once stops and says, why should I have to pay for advertising? No, of course not. They believe that it's going to be vital. They believe that it is vital to their success. They know it's vital to their success. And even though they're the biggest burger joint in the country, possibly the world, they continue to advertise. So why aren't you? Is it because, some staunch stance against Facebook, or is it because you just don't believe that your product is good enough, or that you're good enough, or that you're worthy of success? So I know that this is such a hard conversation to have, because this is a conversation that has had me in tears over and over and over, questioning myself and my business, and it all comes down to we have to believe in ourselves. No one else is going to tell you that you're good enough. No one else is going to be able to prove to you that you're good enough. It has to come from the inside. And once you have that fire inside of you, you will be able to just get out there and explode explode your message into the world and get out there and be the change and be the change maker that you're meant to be, and get your program and product and service out there, and you're going to start seeing the financial reward of your own belief in yourself. All right, so your homework for the week is to really do a self-evaluation of what is holding you back. Why are you not making the sales that you want to make? Is it something technical like your marketing or your sales funnel, or your messaging or positioning or branding? Or is it that you're just not putting yourself out there like you need to because of some belief that you have, whether it's you're not worthy of success, you're not good enough, your program's not good enough, right? And if it's the latter, then you need, then make a commitment to yourself to just start believing in you. Now, if you are over on my Staci Ann page at facebook.com/StaciAnnBiz, you know that every single day I post an affirmation. And why do I do that? Because affirmations are incredibly powerful for helping you shift your mindset. So, an affirmation isn't necessarily something that you say because you're that right now. So one of the affirmations I post a lot is, my business is constantly growing and thriving. Right? And I say that because I want my business to grow and thrive, right? So if I put it out into the universe, if I put it into my own brain, if I believe it, then that's what comes true. And so, if you're finding that you're self-sabotaging your own business, find an affirmation that can help you overcome that. So one of them that I use a lot, and I still use it because I still come up against this. I just overcame this hurdle with List Builders Unleashed 2.0, and now I'm reinvigorating my marketing for it because I do finally truly believe in it. So one of the affirmations that I use is, I am worthy of success. And it's so simple, but it is so powerful. So the affirmation again is, I am worthy of success. And just say it over and over. Think about it every morning when you wake up, in the afternoon when you're having lunch, anytime you're going to send an email to your list or promote your product or program or service, anytime that you're starting to question your ability to be successful, get out there and, I am worthy of success. Post it on your mirror in your bathroom, in your car, wherever you need to put it, because you are worthy of success, and we just need to believe in ourselves and our ability to succeed. So I just want to thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Unleashed Live, and be sure to subscribe, so either on YouTube or iTunes, wherever it is you are watching this. And I just want to thank you so much, and please go to clientsunleashed.com to download your free Clients Unleashed blueprint that walks you step by step through the system that I use to attract new clients to me online. So again, that's clientsunleashed.com. It's an absolutely free blueprint that helps you set up your online sales system. So thank you again so much, and I'm excited to see you next time. So have a beautiful day.